Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thanks so much for joining me. It is lovely, as always, to have you here with me. Now, today I'm a day behind, so yesterday was Friday, and I didn't get a video done. It was Neil's birthday, and I didn't get quite enough done in front, so I did put a video up, as you saw. I had a spare, so yeah, I need to do another spare ready now, don't I? So, but it was cover. Journal cover Friday yesterday, so I wanted to do this with you. I don't think I did one last week because I started this slow stitching, and it's slow stitching. It took me a long time. I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to embrace the idea, which is stitching just for pleasure and slow, and not making it pretty, not making it anything other than just pleasurable. So putting things on that you like. So I guess today's video is going to be a bit of a, I don't do it very often, but a bit of a, this is what I've done rather than let's create together, I guess. Just because you can't, well, you could slow stitch on camera, but my hands would be everywhere and you wouldn't be able to see. I've got one more thing to put on actually that I saved to do with you. And yeah, I quite like it close to my face, and the idea of it is the relaxing, sitting and relaxing, which, I've done this over the last two weeks. It's just been on my chair arm downstairs in front of the TV or whatever. So kind of run through what I've done. So I started with, and this is the first time I've used an old quilted piece. I've got a few pieces of these, not a lot. I got them at the antique shop. They were already cut up. I haven't cut a beautiful quilt up, but it's got all the layers and everything, and you can see it's old. It's been washed, and it's it's fraying in places, but it's still, a lovely vintagey piece. So, and you can see the back doesn't have to be pretty because I'm going to cover it. Don't lose my needle. So I started by just putting some cotton. I think it's linen, actually, thin. It's not new, second-hand linen, so it's soft and washed and not too thick. So I just put a square of that on top of it. And then I started by choosing some of the fabrics that I wanted to put down. So I had that one and that one, that big one there, that big stripy one there. Yeah, I think they're what I started with. And then I just put a pin in them, and then I just tacked all the way across. Basted, if you're not in UK. I think we call it tacking here in the UK still. Some people call it basting in the UK, so I'll use both terms, and then you know what I'm doing. So they were kind of in place. I then went round them with, just straight stitch there. I did a straight stitch there. I did a few rows of it there. I did a, what's that? I don't know what that's called. It's not a blanket stitch because I didn't do the blanket, I didn't connect them together, but just I guess it's kind of it's one of those stitches. I don't know the terms for them. And then I added some smaller squares. So I went all the way around that. I started on the outside actually and went in. It's nice if you do that in a circle as well. I was going to do a circle on this one. Like when you draw a snail when you're a school child. But it's got a real ditzy. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. It's got a beautiful little ditzy pattern on it, and I couldn't bring myself to embroider on it. And I like that you can see the blue stripe behind now. That's a shirt that I cut up years and years ago. I've had a lot of bits of pieces of material out of that shirt. Well, I say years ago, when I first started, so maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, so I did these little ones first, and that one. I love ticking, as you know. Did a few cross stitches, and then I just started building it up. So I added this beautiful dotty. In fact, I think I already had that with this crocheted piece on. I did, and I just added the whole thing. Those were already on the papers but not stitched together, so that's English pattern piece in hexagon patchwork. Yeah, so I stitched those on with little tiny stitches, and then I went round. Oh yeah, I've gone round them all. Untidy stitches, I didn't try to keep them tidy, and that took the stress out of it. A little bit of chain stitch across there. Then I started adding some pieces of lace, not too much. I didn't want to go heavy on the lace, so a bit of a doily edge there. That's got a blanket stitch around it. This lovely piece here, just a straight stitch round. I just had this tiny piece of ticking and I added it there. straight piece of lace. Then I added some sequins, and you know how I love buttons. There's a button there on that one, a couple of buttons there, some there. I did like a daisy, embroidered daisy type thing in there. Some scruffy stitching with some glittery kind of, I won't say yarn, thread, and it was not easy to stitch with, so I wouldn't advise that one. Then I just stitched on a bit of a sort of a bow, a faux bow on there. I think that's it. Not everything on there, I think so. Said some beads, didn't I? And I went right through. Now it was quite tough going through all the layers. I probably could have done it on this and then added this too, but it just, I like the padding effect it gave, you know, when my stitches went through both. So yeah, I was all right with a thimble. So that's it. That is the cover ready now for me too. I am going to sew it with the machine onto a back, which I've got made. I will show you. I will have bits of this showing. The quilted piece. I don't particularly want to hide everything. You know, it's lived a life. You need to see it. Right, so to create a back, the envelopes that I usually have as covers are not quite big enough. Have I got one here? I've got one covered here. Let's have a look. Probably can't see, can you? Well, quite a lot. They're about an inch, half an inch short all the way around. So I cut a piece of wallpaper out round this, the size of this. So any piece of paper, you can see it looks scrunched up. This is Laura Ashley. It's off the roll that I've got. It's not the sample that Danny sent me. And I just screwed it up and softened it up a bit because it was a really stiff wallpaper, and I do like my covers soft. So I just screwed it up a bit. Did what I usually do with all my other covers. You've seen me do it loads of times, I think, now. Just covered it with some material and glued it down with glue stick, nothing else, just to hold it in place really. I then found some lace for my lace pockets at the bottom, and I did put 2 layers of lace around the back, right on the edge. I often usually only put 1, but I thought it's quite a deep piece, so just so that the wallpaper isn't showing, I thought I'd do 2. So I put some Brode Anglais around it as well. And I stitched it on because these things do tend to get turned up when you're sewing in your machine. They do for me anyway. So I thought if I put a stitch around it, might not stop it, but it might help. And I've sewn the pockets on like I always do before I put them together. So yeah, that's all made as well. So that and this then need to go together. And this is where I'm going to stitch on the machine, because you don't have to, so you don't have to have a machine to do this. You know, you can hand stitch through that, but my hands would not do that for me. There may be places where I can't get it under the machine, so I don't know how I'm going to, you know, might just break off there and start there. I'll see. But it's going to be a very, what is the word? Yes, don't know. I know the word in my head, but I can't get it out. If I think of it, naive. Is that the word? Yeah, to talk about art and things like that, being naive. It's a naive piece. Right. So the last piece I'm going to put on here is in this corner. If you go into machine, sometimes it would be an idea to think about not putting things like this in corners, but I can't help myself, and on the edges. So all I've got is a little piece of blue scrappy lace and some of this lovely bling trim. That's all I can call it, bling trim. And I'm just going to, and I'm going through it all, put one on top of the other and just put some stitches around and about. I've just knotted my cotton because all that's going to happen is, let's get it through first. Ooh, some places are thicker than others in this quilting. All that's going to happen is I'm just going to tack it down wherever I can, get stitches through, so it doesn't have to be in a straight line. I like to make things wonky on purpose in my journal, so yeah, I'm going to look at all that fabric I'm going through. But there's just something soothing about, for me, I'm sure this is why people love slow stitching. I've always hand stitched, you know, as a child, just playing with craft things. You know, not beautiful embroidery or anything like that. Just stitched things that I've, you know, suddenly thought I'd like to make. And there's something about just putting a needle through some, you see, it won't go through there. The hole's not big enough, so I have to go through that one. Putting a needle through some material like that and just pulling it, the way you pull it through gently, it's very soothing. I think that's the calming part of it. I'm literally just going in the bling wherever I can get a stitch. And yeah, it's relaxing, that's all I can say. If you haven't tried it, try it. But you can't make, well, depends how quick you sew and, you know, how you want to enjoy it, but you can't suddenly make a piece of slow stitching. It is, if you're going to enjoy it, it is a slow process, hence its name. It's a lovely, blowy, but quite warm day here in the UK this morning. It's we've had a bit of a storm, I think. You don't want to go, there's nothing there it wants to go through. They're all sealed up, so I'll come back. I don't know how much you can see. Just come back wherever I can. There's plenty of stitches in it to hold it in place. It won't be going anywhere. So you can really go to town with the lace. I tried to go more fabric-y, I think, on this one. I love fabric, I love my buttons. I love lace, as you know, but I've done lots of lacy covers, and I will do lots more. And I've got my lace fix on the inside of the cover, so you can make them as bare and minimum or as over the top as you want. I would advise you to do it slowly over a number of days. I've found each time I've picked it up, I've had a slightly different idea or something I want to do, whereas, you know, even that doesn't have to be pretty. Look, you know, if I sat and did it in one day, which you probably could if you'd sat for a day sewing, I probably wouldn't have had the ideas of you know, what to do and where to put them. But that is just me. Now I've got to decide which way I think I'd like. I love this vintage material here. Put a pink button on there, look. I've seen people do slow stitching where they have a beautiful piece of material like this and they go over, you know, they do like a satin stitch and French knots and things like that on the actual pattern and really make it pop. That's my favourite. So let's see if it will look nice on the front. That's curled as I've done it now. I could cut it back. I'm going to stitch it down, so I think I'll leave it. Yeah, it's going to curl all over, isn't it? I quite like that. Yeah, I think that will be okay as the back. Just check it the other way around. I mean, that's pretty as the front as well. Quite like that bow at the top rather than the bottom, I think. Shall I have that as the front? I think I will. I'll have that as the front. It will depend, won't it, which way I put this on, I guess. So if that's going to be my inside, it is slightly bigger. Made it bigger because I didn't want it to be smaller, if that makes any sense. So that will fit. It'll be kind of framed by that. Do we like that as a front? Yeah, I think I do. What I'm going to do is just put some a collection of pages in it, and I'm going to use the fussy cuts from the latest kit that I'm doing of Tanya's, which I'll be back on tomorrow. Serenity, Sweet Serenity, you know, in the blue. My journal's going to be called Blue Sweet Serenity, so some of the basting in there still. Let me just get a tiny pair of scissors. I mean, you can leave them in, you don't even have to take them out if you don't want. You know, you do exactly what you want. There is no right way and no finished look you should be going for. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll turn the camera off because I'm going to stitch it together now. I'll turn the camera off, and then when I come back I'll choose a selection of pages to go in it, and we will sew the signature in, and then I will fill it one day in the week with you. Okay, and there it is. I brought some pages. Here it is, stitched in. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't easy. As you can see, I was right on the edge, but and I did have to undo it, you know, take it out my machine there. I did manage to get some stitches in afterwards. It's very nearly caught. It might have to put a little stitch in there. Some little zigzag stitches to hold it. So that the white at the top may not be held on, but the rest of it is. Yeah, and it's created that padded effect, and it is very naive. It does look like, you know, I've had to fold a few pieces in because the top was bigger than the bottom, but it's just my idea of lovely. So you know, it's either your thing or it's not, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be lovely. I'm going to put 2 big signatures in it because I think it's nice and padded anyway. It's going to be nice with, you know, a chunky, lots of things in it. So, well, I say big, I think I've got about 13, maybe 14 pages for each signature. I pulled a couple of these out. I don't know if you saw this one. I did 3 of these on camera and one while it was uploading. It's still got my original photograph in it. It won't have, and when I sell it, I will scan that and put the scanned copy in. Yeah, if you didn't see me make them, I think it was on a, I don't know, it might be in a Scrappy Sunday, it might not, but it was only this last, you know, no more than a week ago, I don't think. So this is the other one. Yeah. So instead of photographing here, I put one of those lovely discs that I made with a book page. I stitched the closure on with circles this time, which I didn't do last time, but it's got the same papers and things in it, just no photograph. It might end up with one in it, we'll see. I might put Tim Holtz one in, but then they're nice centre pages, you know, so you can put things in and tie them in the centre. So they are going to be the centres of my 2 signatures. So let's see, can you see? Maybe if I do them like that, that's it. And then this is my book page that I've had a long time. You'll have seen that before if you watch me a lot. If not, it's just a typed kind of book on something. Zoological Science. A page of coffee dyed or tea dyed, plain bright pink, but you know, it will have things on it. A grungy and coffee dyed and inked grid paper, or is it? It's not math paper, is it? No, it's grid paper. A music paper, and then I've got some, let's have a look. I'll do the digitals last because they just mix and match. So I've got a cash book page, those lovely pink, found those in amongst my pages. Keep thinking they've all gone, I'm sure that must be it now. It's writing paper from a writing set that I got at the charity shop. It's beautiful paper. They're digitals. And then these are from a book, Gifts and Ideas list. I just thought they were nice, you know, nice pieces for your journal. Okay, so I didn't count. So these are just random digitals, not necessarily the same person, same creator on both sides. So that's what I do. Once that's 2, I got 3 each of the digitals. Yeah, I've tried to pick fairly plainish ones that I can put some of those lovely embellishment pieces from Tanya's kit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I've only got 12. I thought I had 13 or more. Let's just check I've got the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mine, that is double plus what's in it, so I think they will be thick. You love a little count with me, don't you? Doing pages. Okay, so some of them are folded ready. In fact, a lot of them are. That's good. So they're all sort of plainish. That one needs folding. It is a little bit shiny, but it's not too much. And I think it's worth it for the interest. I'll leave that top on, you know, it's been torn out of the book. Okay, so where shall we start them? Having you in the middle, what do we want? What do we want around you? Let's go for something. Don't want something on the inside. Not very bright. I wanted something bright on the inside. Let's turn it round. How about that? Yep, that's nice. Did you notice the little Tim Holtz doggy? I thought he would go with all the other stuff in the kit from Tanya's as well. Okay, so I'm feeling very pink. Let's go with a pink one. And one of those. I'm not going to do them both the same either. I'm just going to put them in. What do you think to that? Don't be so regimented. Oh, good word. No. Let's have you. Just trying to put different things with different things. Have I already put a page of that in? I thought I had. Maybe I haven't. No, we haven't. Maybe I'd like one in there. So if I put lace in this, it will be, and fabric in it and what have you, it will be, or will it? I was going to say it'll be glued on. Thinking I might like to do some. So for you. Pretty pattern on the front. Now. No, I will. I'll glue them in. I'll stitch this in. Don't necessarily want you on the front. Maybe in there. Yeah. So, just like I planned, there are quite a few plainish pages. You know, a lot of plainish pages going on. That's not easy to say with your dog's teeth in. So I do know I want that in the middle. Other than that, let's just add them. And I think what I'll do is I will, as soon as I'm joining films together anyway, I'll stop and get the sewing stuff ready because, oh, shall I don't know, maybe not. I don't think I've been on that long, have I? It's just sometimes the sewing takes a long time, and as you know, the uploading takes a long time. That all went together very well. I'm just wondering what Simba's up to out there. We've had another visitor, the little, well, he's not so little now, but he is littler than Simba, the black cat that used to, oh look, that's the same. That's cool. That was just a happy accident, but we've got the same, although that one's more grungy than this one. Oh no, it's not the same. It's probably from the same set. Yeah, Simba's little visitor. He's getting quite bright. I think they're friends. Let me just get this. I will leave the camera on and then if I'm going to chat to you. Oh, come out. But I mean, he was always a bit cheeky, this here black cat. He's getting more cheeky. But I do think they're friends. He's not 100% sure. When I go out, he looks at me like, he's not happy, but they're kind of playing pitter-patter, pawing each other. Now, I thought they were, you know, like bashing each other, punching. I thought they were probably, what colour do I want on here? Shall we have some pink? We're very pink and blue, aren't we? Let's go pink. They're, you know, there's no shouting and swearing as cats do when they're falling out. If Simba's not happy, he's quite vocal. We get a lot of whinging. Did you like that little noise I made? You know, and he's not making any noise at all. He's just playing like patty cake with him back. So I think they're friends. And you know, I wasn't sure when they started punching each other. I kind of encouraged Simba in and shut the back door, but we've got glass in the back door, top and bottom. And yeah, the black cat came to the back door like, hey, I want to come in. And Simba went up to him and they're like pawing each other through, you know, at each end of the glass. So I don't know. I think they probably are friends, but I don't want it taking over. Simba is I don't know. I don't really know his personality with other cats well enough, to be honest. Like I say, he did come from a house with 4... Was there 4 other females, or was there 3 females and him? I can't remember now. Do I need to do a... I don't think I do a template. I'm getting really naughty at no templates. Do a template, Denise. Stop being naughty. Yeah, so he's used to other cats, so, you know, I don't think he's a fighter. I'm just not 100% sure whether he's happy that this guy's around or not. I think he would probably chase him off, because there is one cat that comes round that he does. He makes the noise and he runs after him and all the rest of it, so I don't know. That'll do. It's not very straight on one edge, but it's nice and tall, which is what I want it. Yeah. I can straighten it on the edge, can't I? So let's just fold it over and try and make the edge straight-ish. Yes, I'm not sure. So, and he's out there now. So I'm just wondering if they're friends, that's good, because like I say, he has become quite clingy. Right, so how many am I doing? I'm doing 2. So I don't want them to. I'm going to make that smaller. I don't want them too far apart. I don't want to end up with that big, you know, you get a big gap in between the signatures. I know I could sew another one in. What did I do the other day? Oh, that little, I don't know if I showed you it finished. I put a little thing on Instagram, that little scrappy book. Where are you? You around? Yeah, let me stand up and get it. Here I go. You see, should have turned the camera off. This. When I sewed this one in, I had a gap in the middle, do you remember? And I stitched another signature in it. That's all I did. Filled the gap in, but I don't want to have to do that on this, so let's try and get them close together. I love this little book. It's up on the shelf with all my keeps. Don't know, there's just something about it when I'd finished it that, I mean, I love them all, don't get me wrong, but some of them I just can't part with for a while. I will eventually, maybe. So I'm just folding so that I get two straight lines. It's all I want, really. I'm just hoping they're close enough together. I don't think they are. I think I'm just going to, sorry, you just watched me do all that for nothing. I think I'm just going to put them in. Let's just do it. So, oh, let's go for middle. Let's find a ruler. And we've got 26 just about. So if we go for 13, I think if I do on either side of the crease, why was I taking that away? Did I think I could remember where it was? Yeah, just do on each side of the crease. What are you? That's a good idea. There. Oh, I've not gone through this is the thing, there's a lot to go through. Not gone through the outside. So if I do the same, the other side of the crease, I think that will be more than enough. There, okay, and then we'll go up. If I measure it, I can measure it on the book as well. Shall we go to 9? Hope there's not a button behind it. No, there isn't. Okay, 9. Both sides. All you perfectionists out there will be shaking your head at me, won't you? Oh, how can you put a signature in like that? You can. You can do anything you want to if you're brave enough. I'm going 9 down there as well. Yeah. The more I craft, will I be able to see that again? The more I just go my own way. Because, you know, the more I try things and they turn out fine, the more confident I get. So, yeah. Some of you will think that's a good thing. Some of you think it's a bad thing. But for me, it's what keeps it pleasurable. So what? Oh yeah, I need to open that. I need to open that to sew it in properly. That's it. So let's take these out while we do it. You watch 9 be right on that ribbon. Oh no, I don't want 9, I want the middle. Silly girl, I want the middle. So we've got 21 and a half. Of course we have. So if it was 21, it would be 10 and a half. 10 and a half and a bit. Oh, you need that. Need that, Denise. 10 and a half and a bit. Guess where it is? Where's the brad hole? Right, so I'll go just above that and call that middle because I don't want to be fighting that. Okay, through there, through there. Yeah, I think we're all right. You're going through. I can see the hole. You need to come through that hole, thank you. Okay, and then we went 9, didn't we? There. And coming back that way. Just, if it's driving you crazy, just fast forward me. I've got 2 holes. How did I come through 2 holes? Actually, it's going through that wallpaper quite well. I thought it might be tricky. It's really thick wallpaper, that Laura Ashley wallpaper. Okay, loving the pink string. Pleased we got pink string. Should I be keeping those together, do you think? Probably. I probably should. Ruler. And we did 9 again. There. Back down. Play through. Yep. I wonder if I need to make you further away so you can see what I'm doing. You probably can't see anything from my hand anyway, can you? I want to be in the front one, which was hidden somehow. Where was you hidden? There. I found you. Yeah, that brad's made quite a good hole in that fabric. I can feel it when I wiggle the needle about. I can feel where I went through it originally, so that's good. I did wonder, you know, with it being the quilted piece, you know, like I say, it's got that old blanket in the middle of it. It's a beautiful old blanket as well. It's probably threadbare or something in places, which is why they used it, but you want to go through everything but that centre one, don't you? Yes, thought so. There we go, we're through. I'm loving the pinks and blues. I think the colour scheme was in my head from that kit of Tanya's, and you know, the colours I love. Well, that one's gone in all right. The only thing I need to do now is get them both the same. Oh, same-ish. Feels nice and tight. The thing is, it's the padding, so it might not go overly tight, which I quite like. I do like it very tight on me. Yeah, it's tight enough. It is quite tight, actually. I'll just do one more. And yeah, they're going to be cut off because they can... Oh no, they don't have to be, do they? Because that can fasten around them. Yes, they don't have to be. Right, I'm going to fasten that up without the bits in it for now. Just so that's it. I can get the other one in. Okay, so let's make sure we're the right way up. Open this up. Take you out and you. And keep your strings out the way, don't be getting stitched in. Okay, I'll clip it this time. I don't think that's going to grab that. So there must be slightly different sizes of papers I've got in this one. More than likely. I didn't check them for size, did I? Right, we need to find the middle. Oh, I need some, yes, some of that in there. String, for want of a better term. I cut 2, didn't I? I'm sure I cut 2. Oh, yep, so Neil's had a lovely birthday. He's gone back to work today, which he didn't really want to do. And yeah, I don't know that I wanted him to particularly either. It is nice having him home. But yeah, we had a lovely meal, went to see his family, had a meal at Beverley. I think I explained that's kind of halfway between us and them. Brad. So we've got the 21 and nearly half again. So what did I do? I did 10 and a half and a bit, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, so we had a lovely meal there. Oops. And of course I went in the charity shop. You knew I would, didn't you? No, I didn't. I didn't go in the charity shop. I'm telling a lie. We went in the antique centre there, actually, but we didn't buy anything. We only had a quick look. We were ready for home, and there was a massive, well, loads of traffic roadworks between us and, like, 9, between Beverley and home. I keep losing my Brad, and it's right in front of me. 9. Oh, it's right under that stitch in there. So we didn't stay long, but I did go in the Oxfam bookshop, which I love. We've got one here, but you know, different books in different places. Right, you need to go through there, Denise. And yeah, I got 2 books which I will share with you tomorrow. 2 lovely books. Excited to take them apart and use them. I can even feel where that needs to be. It's just the white, that white top piece. There we go. Very pleasantly surprised with how, shouldn't say it's not done yet, should I, but how well that's going through. That quilted piece. Okay, in here. I'm sorry if you can't see. Can't see an awful lot myself, to be fair. Where are you? You're under that blue there. There you go. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'd do a quilted piece again, but I think I would. That's quite nice to stitch through. You see what's happened. I said it and I've jinxed it. Something's stopping you. Okay, it's not a problem. Let's put this back through. Come on in. What's the matter with you? Something in there's fighting me. Maybe it's a thick seam or something. Yeah, it's definitely fighting. See if I can just follow it through. Make it a bit bigger, that's it. Hey. Still don't want me to go in. Why did I open my big mouth saying I'd do it again? Yes, something in there that definitely keeps closing up as soon as the brad comes out. Where is it there? The bradawl, I should say. So let me try it from this side. Yeah, something pink. I see it come through. Maybe it was that thick blanket. That's it, I'm through. Same again. I'm through everything but the middle piece. Strange. Suppose it's quite thick, that envelope, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. It's a nice piece to have as a centre, actually. Okay, we're halfway there on the last one. Where we're going down. I nearly went back through again then. I've unclipped it, which not necessarily a good idea. Where's the clip? Let's go back again. There we go. 9, measure 9 centimetres. Oh, you can be right on the stitching again. Oh, just past it actually, so, oh. Oh well. suppose the stitching is right above it, so it will stop it from fraying. And through that one, which I can see quite clearly again. Let's get it through the white piece. There we go. Love the colours, aren't they cheerful? Love the pastels. Those pages are nice. Okay, one more pass through and we're done, hopefully. Like I say, I'm not sure how much you're seeing. Lovely, went through that one anyway. Might have gone through my stitching, I don't know. But we'll soon sort that. Are you coming through? Have we moved you? No, we're through. Like I say, I think I've gone through the thread itself at least once, if not twice. But we can sort that out. I've got all the ends where they need to be. How did you get in there? Huh. Okay, come on. Come through so I can see where you're together. You're not together. Well, could have sworn you were. Let me just make double. No, we're not through. Well, just shows you. Okay, just put a knot in and then make sure I'm nice and tight. Oh, I didn't want to sew you in there. Thought you would cover over. May well stitch, yeah, I'll probably stitch some lace or something. Yeah, probably some lace over the top of that like I normally do. Yeah, it's lovely and tight. So down you go. Can put you back in now. Rusty paper clip on there. Is that butterfly showing yet? Pretty, huh? Very pretty. I enjoy working on this, I can see. Did you all just go in there? You did. Lovely. Yeah, I'm pleased with all the bits that I chose. I'm pleased with that lovely floral fabric, the vintage floral. What was it from? A duvet cover on the inside. Loving the blue around the edge. Yeah, very happy with it. Let's look at the pages then. Yeah, so, you know, fairly plain. Can be lovely with all those. I can't quite reach them. Otherwise I'd show you. But all those fussy cuts that I've got from that. Oh, right way up. That was lucky. And then this bit in the middle, which you can put your secret journaling in and keep it closed if you want. Yeah, pink page. Like that one. It's nice and strong as well. Okay, so I'm not doing anything with it today, so if you don't want to look at all the pages, I think I've done all I'm doing. Just want to see, I still could. I suppose not once it starts being filled, that would cover in, wouldn't it? I'm nicely in the centre though, look, because that stitching is in the middle. I'm hiccuping now, so it's cup of tea time. Yeah, remember, tomorrow is the draw for the giveaway journal, and a couple of you more have joined, but I fear a few people are not listening. Sorry, I'm trying to do my best to get everybody in, but you have to listen to the instructions. Got to do the same as everyone else. So there are people who probably think they're entered who won't be if they haven't answered the questions. I don't want to send you into a panic. If you've just answered my questions on all three videos, you don't have to do anything else. That's all you needed. It's just some people have commented but not answered the question. Some people have just put, can you enter me please, and no, yeah, no question answer. I wonder what I'm going to put in there, because that's just beautiful, isn't it? Maybe some vellum envelopes. Okay, so let me know what you thought about that. Like I say, it's my first slow stitch on the padded, the quilted. Oh, you see, did I want that on the front? I do like the way that's curling. I'm pleased I left that to let it curl. The front's as pretty as the back, isn't it? If not, oh. I mean, they're like two completely different. Could be one of those double-sided. Yeah, love it. I think I will have some lovely glass beads on there. I think it's calling out for them. And because it's padded, you can always, you know, you can sew more things on. If I wanted to add bling or buttons or anything, I could now sew through that. Okay, hope you enjoyed seeing it. I thoroughly enjoyed making it. And like I say, I'll see you tomorrow with the Serenity, Sweet Serenity Blue kit journal. And we will fill this one in the week with what's left from that kit. Okay, hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye for now.